What's up, guys? My name is Evan Scamira, and we're here to interview a update with the overview of Dawnofthed Network, which is a reroute to pretendo.network, a revival of the Dawnofthed Network service. This service has actually been brought into light for a while, and it's been also in the shadows of the Nintendo Network for a long time. After the shutdown of April 9th, 2024, Nintendo Network has been replaced by Pretendo.network, a group of people who clean room reverse engineered the services for online connectivity once and for all, for everyone on the 3DS and Wii U. And for this, I wanted to make my own self-hosted server for anyone to enjoy down the road as well on their own terms. So, how is our progress? Let's check it out, shall we? So before we actually got this working, we actually had some issues where the service wasn't loading completely. With the service has been discontinued, and the reason for that was because we were loading off probably Nintendo servers, but we actually rerouted to Pretendo's actual network. So to get started, proxy into this IP address and then connect to Pretendo network and to create an account. You'll know if you've done it correctly if you see this banner saying this is an unofficial Pretendo Network server. If you're the server admin, congrats, your server's working. But here's the thing: we run the server as our own just so we can actually if you see this correctly, then you're good. You're good to go. So once you've done that, do not use your official Pretendo Network credentials. You want to create your new ones. For this one instance, I'm going to be using Dawnofthed. You can log in and or create an account as you want, but do not use your existing official Pretendo Network credentials, as that is not something you want to use on this server. Keep that completely separate, as it's probably safe to say that what it says here. So if we actually go into the internet settings and then go to connection settings, and we use the connection, select the connection we are using, change settings, we want to actually go into not DNS, proxy settings, go into detailed setup, make sure you hit yes first. This is the IP and port you want to use. Make sure you don't use basic authentication. And click OK, click save, and click OK, and then test. The console will do a connection test to the server and then your access point, so let it do that. If it succeeds, congratulations, you're connected to the server. If it fails, then you basically have to do another thing, or the server's down. Now, before we go into that, to see what features actually work, I want to actually address the elephant in the room. For 3DS, you will need custom firmware for this to work. If you don't know if you have custom firmware or not, hold the left bumper, which is this, down on the D-pad and select. And then hold those all three. If you see this, you're good to go. Now, what I would recommend you doing is check if you have an existing friend code from Pretendo or Nintendo. If you do, it's going to say access has been restricted by Nintendo or something. You're not banned. This is normal because what happens is you're connected to a server that Pretendo or Nintendo does not actually know the data of. So therefore, it gives you that confusing message. So to fix that, we would have to actually go out of the home menu. We could do this in two ways. We can either go to reboot the system, and then we can load in and hold start while rebooting. And we can delete our friend code. Now, obviously, it doesn't work for me yet because my server is acting a little buggy right now. But for you, it should be no problem, maybe, if you can get the patches working. And then go into... Okay, so we go into more... actually not more. I think it's scripts. Mega script.
miscellaneous. Then we go to clear friends list. This will delete your friend code and friends list. You want to press A, and then do the combination. It puts on your screen, not mine, yours. Then press A again, then press start. You should have no friend code now. However, I don't know if this also unlinks your pretendo.network ID, but if it does, then follow this prompts on screen here too. We could show you how it works here as well. Go to Nintendo Network ID settings. As you can see, I'm already signed in, so it actually doesn't delete that. But as you can see, signing into your Pretendo Network ID does work, and as if you were actually signed in. Now, the way this actually might work for you may vary. I don't know. I actually tried this on Nintendo servers, and then I proxied it to my own server, and for some reason that worked for a little while. Then on this console, I tried Pretendo, and that started working. I don't know. It's a little weird. But, yeah. If you want to play games online, for instance, well, there's a little bit of an issue I'm having right here with the server. So, let's say if you want to play online, you'd have to have an actual friend code, which you can see right here, I do not. I'm also unable to connect to the friends server, which in this case is what the server uses to tell you what your friend code is. And also, I'm going to connect to Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon just to exemplify what happens when you try to connect to a server online on Dawnofthed Network. Yeah, I'm just going to get through this, and then we're going to go to online, and it's going to actually tell you that unable to connect to the server. Before, it would say this service has been discontinued. That's because the server did not have those components before, or we didn't have it in our database in Docker. But because we added the server components inside, added the stuff needed to actually run the server, it's gonna give us this, unable to connect to server, or at least I think. It actually works. Just have to figure the rest of the issues out. See, unable to connect to the server. So that's pretty much what happens. Now, just to reiterate. When we actually did get this working before, it was only working on my local network. So maybe that's why I couldn't get it to work on the actual console, because I was just kept proxying through local LAN. But now that I actually port forward and everything, should be working fine. But also, I want to reiterate what the stuff needed to get this done was. I had to use partial stuff assistance from research and stuff like that. Obviously, this wasn't an easy endeavor compared to Nintendo Wi-Fi connection replacements, but you can get how it comes down to.
And like I said, we actually do have Luigi's Mansion servers running, and if you don't believe me, well, where is it? There you go. Now, obviously, I don't know if these are the right ports per se, but it does seem to be running up and going. So there you go. There's that. So yeah, all services are running. Well, I'm gonna add more stuff later once I figure out the stupid connection issue. But hopefully this works out just fine.